We are Group 9 and our project is on effect size.
Effect size can be defined as the magnitude of the difference between two mean values. It may be standardized by dividing this difference by the pooled standard deviation to compare the effects measured by different scales. This calculation may be performed in absolute or in relative terms.
Several authors provide the following criteria for evaluating relative effect sizes: 0.2 for minimal effect, 0.5 for moderate effect, 0.8 for large effect. Effect sizes that exceed 1 are even more impressive using these standards.
The effect size can be calculated using the following formula: mean score of the first group minus the mean score of the second group, and all divided by the pooled standard deviation.
Effect size can be used to determine the impact of an intervention on two different groups, as illustrated on the bell curves in Figure 2. The top graph shows a high variability, which suggests a high effect. The bottom graph shows a low variability, which suggests a low effect.
An example of how effect size can be used is when looking at grades for students who study independently versus students who study in groups. Group 1 students get A's and Group 2 students get D pluses. Essentially, the study would be looking at the effect of the two different study methods on the grades of the two groups of students.
If there is a low effect size, A students will continue to do well, while D plus students continue to do poorly if they study independently. This will lead to a small overlap between improvement of the grades between the groups.
If there is a high effect size, A students will continue to do well, while D plus students will begin to improve their grades if the two groups study together. This will lead to a larger overlap of the averages of the two groups.
In conclusion, effect size can be used to determine whether or not a particular treatment was successful between groups and the magnitude of difference between the group means.
And these are our references.
Thank you.